Okay. Good morning and welcome to HIIT Plus. It's always so nice to be with you guys. Special occasion, get to see some different folks. I think that's Carol hopping on. We're gonna get moving this Galentine's Day. Go ahead and just roll one ankle out one direction and then the other direction. Coming to the other side. Finding that balance, or feel free to find a wall if that works for you. Just change direction in that ankle. Go ahead and plant those feet just outside the hips and just start to shift just side to side. Keeping that torso nice and long, nice and upright. And then we're gonna take it into those little hip swivels, just coming one direction. As you send those hips back, think about engaging the core, keeping that spine nice and long, and then change and come the other way. Perfect. We're gonna open and close those hips just a little bit more, just tapping behind you, kind of back on that diagonal, opening up and warming around that hip socket, and then changing to the other side. Again, opening, closing. I gotta find my balance too. There we go. We're gonna bring those feet back about hip width apart to start those squats. We're gonna squat down, reach up. Again, keeping that back nice and long, sitting back into that imaginary chair. And then you can start to lift the heels off. So find that pace that works for you. Good morning, Joy and Bethany. Great. Come to a couple more of these. And then we're gonna take our feet nice and wide. Toes are still tracking. A little bit on that diagonal, knees tracking over those toes. And we're gonna rotate around that torso. So really adding in this nice reach, back stays tall, warming all around our spine. Good morning, Juliana and Ami. Fantastic. We're gonna just turn toward one side, come into those lunges. We're coming into that reverse lunge, stepping back and then tapping back up. Torso again, nice and tall, just finding the depth that works for your legs as you're warming. Great. Good morning, Kristen. We're gonna do a couple more lunges on this side. And then just switch to the other side. Good morning, Kavita. Just coming into those lunges, keeping that torso nice and tall. Starting to feel that heart rate rising. We'll start to bring it up here in just a moment. We're gonna come to those taps and reaches. Again, starting to warm more through the body. Our goal during our HIIT class for the first part is to bring your heart rate up into that 85 to 90% heart rate zone. It's gonna feel different for everybody. So listen to your body. Go where that feels right for you today. We're gonna reach up. Yes, that's good. Get those big stretches in. Good morning, Sarah. And then we're gonna pull that heel back towards your bottom. We're squeezing our shoulder blades together so we're opening through the chest and these hamstring curls. Great. And then we're gonna bring it into our jacks. You can be in your low impact jacks right here. You can be in your regular jacks, front to back jacks for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your feet moving, whether you're marching, that boxer shuffle, feel free to grab a sip of water. You guys know on special occasions I love to spell out things. So this morning for Galentine's Day, we're gonna spell out self-love and self-care. You're the most important person on Galentine's Day, don't forget that, okay? So our S in self is gonna be skaters. So we're gonna do quad sets. So we're gonna step and cross that leg behind us. You can be here in your low impact as you're skating, or you can add in that hop, launching side to side. From there, you control the pace. So you can decide whether that looks a little bit smaller, a little bit faster, or again, coming lower in those legs. You can add in that reach down, keeping that back long. Up to you. For those skaters. All right, I took some poetic license. Our next one is our excited jacks. So we're gonna kind of do like seal jacks. It's like we're clapping, all right, in front. So again, this can be low impact right here, all right? This can be with that jump. We're in that wide squat. Again, knees tracking over the toes, finding the depth that works for you. Or they can be really excited and you're up more on the balls of your feet there. So again, find that pace that works for you as we're working through. All right, our L is for a long jump or a long squat. Bring it back to your home base. So you can start, you can jump long, bring it on back. You can take that long step to a squat, bring it on back. However that looks for this marching, jogging. Yes, great work, ladies. Almost there. Our F for self is fast feet. So we're gonna move those feet. It can be more of a marching style here. It can again be on the balls of the feet. It can be out, out, in, whatever style works for you. We're almost there, finishing up self. You got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Awesome. All right. So what did we see? Because we're going to repeat it again. You get 30 seconds of rest. We saw skaters here. We had our excited jacks here. We then had our long jump or a long step to a squat. Bring it back to your home base. And then we had our fast feet. Lots of styles there. All right, we're gonna repeat that again. We go in 3, 2, skate. So we're coming side to side. That other leg crosses behind. You can have these L arms. You can have these running arms. Whatever works for you. Again, we drive that heart rate up into that zone where we might feel a little breathless or maybe a lot breathless, as long as that's still manageable. Great. You got it, Erin. Way to go, Dawn. All right, our E is for those excited jacks. Think about a wide squat. Hands are clapping in front. Here, again, you're welcome to step to that squat and clap. You can stay out more on the balls of the feet. Go for that speed. Whatever you want your excited jack to look like. Great, Ami. Yes, you got it, Kristen. Way to go, Sarah. Nice, Joy. For 3, 2, L is for that long jump or long step to a squat. Bring it back. If you're jumping, get nice even weight in those legs, and then launch and land, and then bring it on back. Yeah. Good morning, Amanda. You got 10 more seconds here. We end our quad set with those fast feet. Yes, I know you're out there working, Carol. You too, Bethany. Here are those fast feet. Whatever style you want. Again, they can be more of that marching style. Right here. They can be out, out, in. Yes. Core is on. Keep it up, Kavita. You got it, Juliana. Relaxing through those shoulders. Putting that effort into those legs. For 5, 4, 3, 2, break. Break and breathe. You guys are rocking it. All right, grab some water. We're gonna do those one last time, but we're gonna just change the timing to a Tabata. So you're gonna get this little bit of rest in between. We go for a shorter period of work. So if you can push yourself for that shorter period, you then get a little break to recover. So we're gonna go back to those skaters. We'll repeat each one. All right, here we go. We skate for 20 seconds. So again, find that skater that works for you. You can be on the move too. you have the space to go front to back. Yes, I see some of you guys layering in that reach down. That's absolutely there too, just as long as when you reach down, you can keep that back nice and tall. For 3, 2, little pause, little pause. Take those couple breaths in. We're gonna repeat those skaters, all right? Again, going to your max effort for 20 seconds. Here it is. Last time you'll skate this morning. I don't know, unless you're gonna go out skating today. Somewhere else, it's back to being cold enough for that, right? See those little snow flurries outside? Yes. Great, Joy. You got it done. And rest, rest. All right, we go back to those excited jacks for 20 seconds. Again, hands clapping, arms moving. Here they are. Coming to the front, back and step, getting that nice even weight through those legs. Or you can again pick up the pace if you want, make it a little bit smaller, more in the balls of the feet. Love it, Ami. Get it, Kristen. And pause, pause. Little break, couple of nice breaths coming in. We do those excited jacks again. Here they are. Yes. Keeping those arms strong, legs are going. Definitely gets the heart pumping. Great, Amanda. Yes, Sarah. Keep it up, Kavita and Juliana. You're here for 3, 2, break. Little break and breathe. Every time you pause, keep those feet moving. Again, take those breaths. We're gonna go into those long jumps, okay? Here they are, long jump or long step to a squat. Bring it back. Use whatever space you have. It's gonna look different. And again, you can bring it back to home base with those heel to butts. You can march it, you can jog it. Yes. And pause, pause, all right? We're gonna repeat that one more time. I can see you guys pacing. I know that you're working so hard. You can always tell that body language. Here it is again. Again, if you're jumping, especially, think about that nice knee bend before and after. Our core stays nice and strong so that as we land, we've got that supported back as we're in that squat. And break. Break and breathe. Last ones. F is for our fast feet. All right, we do it twice. Here's the first one. You can go out, out, and in. You can hold out. That can be more of a marching style. Yes. Low impact does not necessarily mean low intensity. Can always kick that up. Great, Juliana. You got it, Carol. And pause. A little pause. Recover. What's your last set gonna look like? You got 20 seconds. Here it comes. Basti. Basti to the end. Yes. Put all that effort and energy into those legs. Those arms again can just kind of stay loose. Great. Awesome, Joy. Fantastic, Amanda. Almost there in 3, 2, and 1. Hi, 10. You guys have yourself, okay? We spelled out self. Now we're gonna spell out that love. We're gonna go back to our quad sets. So back to that timing where we're gonna go for 2 minutes at a time. We are going to start with our lunges. So here they are, you're on the clock. So you can be here in your reverse lunges, coming to a depth that again works for your knees. You could jump into those reverse lunges, having that little hop in between with those legs, or you can go for that full switch. So lots of options for your lunges. Again, our core stays strong, knees stay where it works for our body. Yes. For 3, 2, we're gonna do our out and in jack. So arms are out, they come in and up. Out, in. That's our O, out and in jacks. Again, low impact, stepping, side to side. You can also hit that clap at the top too. I didn't realize that they both were clapping. I had to really put that together. Yeah. Keeping that back nice and tall and landing safely and comfortably into those knees. For 3, 2, here's another poetic license. Feet under hips. We're gonna do a vertical jump, going up, and then 4 high knees. Low impact, vertical reach, 4 high knees right here. Reaching up, you can lift those heels off, 4 high knees. Or again, jumping, coming to those 4 high knees. We're not so worried about that exact number. Whatever keeps you moving, right? Keeps the heart rate. For 3, 2, we're gonna come to Everest climbers. So you come down to the floor. Our right foot steps outside our right hand, and we can switch. All right, those are true Everest climbers. You can also do your mountain climber. Bringing knees in underneath you. You guys know you can also climb high. If you want to stay out of those wrists or off of the floor. Yes, that can be marching, that can be reaching, keeping that back nice and strong. All right, rest, rest. Man, that flies by when I'm previewing. Grab some water. We're gonna go through those one more time as a quad set. We started with L. L was our lunges. O was our out and in jacks. All right, arms coming up high. V was our vertical jump or reach, 4 high knees. And then our E are those Everest climbers where they're switching wide, or mountain climbers. All right, back to those lunges. Here we are. Bringing those legs behind us. Then arms can reach up if you're on that lower impact and feel like you want to keep that heart rate up a little bit higher. Anytime we lift up those arms, heart rate's going to go higher. You can also keep them lower. Listening to that heart rate, finding the pace that works for you. For 3, 2, wide squat, out and in jacks. Out and in jacks. Out and in and up, right? Great. Fantastic, Juliana. You got it, Carol. Way to go, Kavita. Amanda's doing double duty. You got it, mama. Great. Yes, nice long reaches with those arms wide and up. You got it. For 3, 2, feet are under those hips. Vertical reach or jump. We come to those 4 high knees. We go up, right? Then knees go up. Then you can lift those heels off, or they can stay on the floor for your vertical reach. There's them on the floor. And then knees come up. Great, Erin. Fantastic, Dawn. You guys are looking super athletic out there. You got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, choose how you're gonna climb that mountain. Hands can come under shoulders, core braced. Hand outside of that foot, or foot outside that hand. Coming into those Everest climbers, or regular mountain climbers. Knees coming in underneath you, or staying high, climbing that mountain. Knees coming up, finding that pace for you. Keep it up, Kavita, yes. You got it, Bethany. For 3, 2, and break. Break and breathe. Okay, we got our love in there. We're gonna turn our love into a Tabata, and then that wraps up our cardio. So let's get to our Tabata timer. Grab some water. We're gonna follow the same pattern. We'll repeat the move 2 times, 20 seconds each. A little rest in between. So we go back to those lunges for L. 20 seconds, here they are. Again, you can add that little hop in between. Not worried about where that knee is up front as long as it's comfortable for you. If it feels like it's bugging you, pull back a little bit so you're out of that knee. Yes, more behind the knee. Great. You got it, Kristen. Way to go, Ami, and rest. Rest. Those 20 seconds fly by. We repeat those lunges. Get those couple of big breaths in. Here they are again. Back to those lunges. Again, arms can lift higher on that lower impact. You can hop. Great, Sarah. Yes, Juliana. Keeping those torsos nice and tall is what I see out there. Finding that depth that works for your knees. Break, break and breathe. All right, we're gonna move into those out and in jacks. All right, feet start in that wide squat outside of hips, out and in. You can jump, bringing that together. You can step, coming to that wide squat. Great, Carol. Great, Bethany. Yes, look at those long arms reaching up. Nice. And rest. Rest. Shake out what you need to. We repeat that another time. Definitely getting nice strengthening through our upper body too with these arms. Here it is. Out and in. Out and in. Elbow. Yes. Fantastic, Amanda. Get it, Augie. Nice low bent knees that I see. And break. Break and breathe. Poetic license, RV, vertical, meaning going up. All right, whether you're reaching or hopping to our 4 high knees. Here it is. We go up, back stays tall, 4 high knees. Replant those feet, going up, 4 high knees. Low impact, heels can stay on the floor, we reach up. We bring that back tall, 4 high knees. Right here. You can also go to a calf raise if you want. But you're already ready for rest, right? Rest. Breathe. Grab water as you need to during our Tabatas. I know they're quick. We repeat that. It's already here. Vertical. 4 high knees. Coming vertical. 4 high knees. Drawing that belly button in towards your spine so that back stays nice and long. Beautiful. Everyone's got their own style. I love it. And break. Break. All right. Last one. Those Everest climbers, or however you want to climb your mountain. Low, high, regular. Here they are. Again, Everest climbers, you're actually switching your legs, and that foot comes outside of that hand, shoulder blades down the back. Regular mountain climbers, knees come underneath your chest, still keeping those shoulder blades down the back. Or you climb, reaching hands and knees. Break, break and breathe. Break and breathe. You can stay down if you're gonna stay down, because you know it comes up. Here we go again. Last 20 seconds. This is your last big cardio. We start to transition out. You got it. 10 more seconds. If you're on the floor, keep that eye gaze out in front of the line of the fingers. That keeps the neck long, airway open as we are huffing and puffing, coming across that finish line. You did it. Rock stars. Grab your water. You can hear me huffing and puffing as I came up to the camera. Walking around. We're going to start to pull back as we transition out. All right? So we're going to change the timing, give us a little more time to breathe and move. We are going to come to a squat with a kick. So we're going to squat and kick. We're going to alternate legs. All right? If you're feeling steady here, you can add in a punch with your opposite arm to leg. If that feels like too much, just keep with one side. As we're squatting, so our goal here is that we're still moving our body, but we're pulling our heart rate back. So you would be able to talk to the woman next to you, say a few sentences, but not just, yelling out one word at her. Yes, break and breathe. We build in longer rest sets. So now you have 15 seconds in between. Again, get water, keep your body moving as we're starting to pull back. All right, here we go again. We're gonna do the same thing. Squat to a punch kick, right here. Alternating sides. Again, if it feels like that heart rate is starting to come back up, you can take out the arms, slow down the pace. Be deliberate about your breathing. Yes, we keep all that blood flowing, but that heart rate comes down. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Keep the feet moving. All right, the second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come to a reverse lunge. You can tap it up, All right, we're gonna stay on one side. You got 5, 4, 3, 2. Start with that right leg. Reverse lunge, tap it up. Reverse lunge, tap it up. You are welcome to challenge to a knee up. If you want to go for more of a balance, it can be anywhere in between. You can also do this on a wall if that helps with your balance, but keeping that core on. Beautiful lung back, Erin. Yes, you too, Kristen. Everyone, scan in the screen and rest. Shake out those legs. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right, again, heart rate, things should feel like they're calmer now as we pull back out of that really high hit zone. Left leg now. Left leg, you can start with those taps, find that balance, find those core muscles. That's what helps you stand up nice and tall. Beautiful. And then you can start to add in that knee up if that's for you. If it's not for you, keep with the taps or find a wall to help with that balance. You're still absolutely training those muscles even if you have a wall. And break and breathe. Again, grab water. We're gonna go back to those first ones, which is our squat with our punch. All right, here they come. We're gonna squat to a punch. We're gonna alternate. Yes, back is tall. That punch is optional. If you don't want the punch, hands can be at the hips or just right out in front of you. Thinking about nice even weight in those squats, keeping those legs nice and warm for more of our strength ahead. Great. Driving through that heel, leg can be at a height that works for you. And rest. We're gonna go to those reverse lunges. We'll split the time, 15 on each side. All right, 15 seconds on each side. Starting with that right leg that's gonna come back. Here it is, reverse lunge to a tap or a knee up. Beautiful. Great, Juliana. Fantastic, Ami. Keep it up, Kavita. Bethany and Carol. I can't see you, but I know you're working. Switch to the other leg. Same thing. Feel free to take a few seconds, find that balance. Great. For 3, 2, and 1. I guess I gotta step back up to finish that one. All right, grab some more water. Grab either an extra tube or a light set of weights. If you don't have those, then I will show you options without that equipment. All right, we are gonna start with our shoulders. And this one is gonna look the exact same if you don't have equipment. So, we're gonna start with an anchor. If you've got your tube, stepping on the tube with the right leg. If you've got your weights will just be right here. We're gonna curtsy lunge, left leg behind, and then we lift the arms up to a shoulder raise. Shoulder blades are down the back, and we repeat. So we're gonna keep with the same side. We'll switch to the other side. If you've got your tube, you're lifting to the point of tension. That works for you. If you've got your weights, again, stopping at about shoulder height. If you don't have anything, just continue to lift the shoulders right here. You're still gonna work those shoulders as you're lifting, even if you don't have any equipment right here. For these, we're going for 1 minute for each strength set. You can also, if you've got the tube, your lift can come at the bottom of the lift if that feels like that gives you more tube to work with, or the top. Yes, nice lifted hearts for 3, 2. We're gonna come to our tricep extension. So if you've got the tube, you can continue to step on it with your right foot. Hand comes behind the back, elbows in close, and we're extending those arms up. Looking out for keeping that torso nice and lifted so you're not leaning back with your tube. If you've got your weight, you've got the same motion. If you don't have any equipment, you can come to tabletop, or you can take this, if you have equipment, as an option. Arms are parallel, and you're pressing your forearms down to your mat. I know it doesn't look like it would be work, but you will absolutely feel that in your tricep muscles. Great. I forgot to say that now we're spelling out self-care. So you had your shoulder raised, now you're in your extensions with your triceps. You've got about 10 more seconds here. Beautiful, way to keep those elbows in close. Finding that tension that works for you with that tube. You can always step closer or farther away from your handle. All right, our L is for our lat pull down. If you have your tube, you're gonna choke up on it. We're gonna be in a wide squat. So we pull the tube apart and then we slowly release it back down. So feeling that underneath our armpits. If you don't have any equipment, you can still pull down. If you've got your weights, you're gonna be more in this elbow bend too. As you're pressing up, keeping those arms wider, shoulder blades coming down with your weights. If you've got your tube, it's more of a pull apart, keeping elbows soft, but they are more straight. We're all working the same muscles, just looks a little different. Beautiful, Sarah. Great, Amanda. You got it, Joy. You're here for 5 more seconds. And then our F is going to be for our forearm side plank. So we're gonna come down to our right side as we start. Knees and hips are in line. We're gonna lift that upper arm and we're gonna lift up toward the ceiling. We lower just a tiny bit and then we boost that underside of our body up again. If that top arm needs a break, just bring it to the hip. We're still lifting from underneath. If you prefer a standing option out of the shoulder, you can come to that side elbow to knee. You can also do that with a wall next to you as you're standing up tall. And we're all working those side obliques on the right side. If you're in your plank position, we're again keeping our body nice and flat, keeping that chest open to the side. If you're in a standing position, you're nice and tall too. For 3, 2, we're gonna stand up and repeat all of that, our whole self again. So now we're gonna anchor with that left foot for our curtsy lunge. If you have your tube, the right leg is gonna cross behind us. We can stand up and come to that shoulder raise. We're gonna curtsy lunge to that shoulder raise. If you don't have equipment, you're still gonna be on that curtsy lunge. You can still lift those arms up. Same thing with your weights. You can still lift to your shoulder height. Beautiful, great, Juliana. Yes, you got it, Ami. Way to keep it up, Carol. And thinking about that you're in control, especially if you have that tube, that you're not curling those shoulders forward. We want those shoulders down and back, those shoulder blades in the back pockets, lifting again, finding that point of tension at the top. So listening to your body, that might come lower, it might come higher. Our E is for our tricep extension. So again, adjust your distance to your handle, bringing that behind your back. You can have the handle in your left hand this side, and we extend up and release back down. Again, tuning in with that tension, you'll get less, or I guess you'll increase the tension the closer you're stepping to your handle. We want to keep that work there. Keep that back tall. So again, look out for that arching back as that tube pulls you. Really engage the core. You also have that floor option from your tabletop position, pressing back to the forearms, keeping those forearms right in line with one another, pressing all the way back, elbows to the floor. You're gonna work the triceps there too. If you've got your weights, you're behind the back. Awesome. Everyone's got beautiful, beautiful position there. All right, from there we come to our lat pull down in our wide plie. You've got your tube, you're kind of choking up about shoulder width apart. Feet are outside the hips. We squat down in that wide squat, pull the tube apart, and then release it back up. So you're pulling your arms away from one another, slowly releasing up. Again, if you've got those weights, it looks a little different where again, you're squeezing more elbows down and then pressing back up. You're gonna feel it more on the down. Our lat pull downs with the tube feels it more on that slow release up. If you don't have any equipment, trust me, by just pulling your elbows right down by your side, you are still feeling those lats for sure. No doubt about it. Great. You got it, Dawn. I love it, Kylie. You're here for 5 more seconds. Beautiful, Amanda. Great, Joy. All right, coming to our forearms, side plank on the other side. So now your left arm is underneath you, elbow and shoulder in line. We take those knees back in line with our hips, arm lifts, and then we lift up from there. So we stay in kind of this static plank position, and we're just boosting those hips. You may not even see it on the screen, just that tiny bit, feeling those underside obliques at work. If the top arm needs a rest, it can just come down to your hip. Does not need to be in the picture. You can also, again, do this on the wall or holding onto something, bringing that left elbow to your left knee. My imaginary wall is not doing much good, but you get the picture. You're still then working the left side obliques. Great, you got it, Kristen. Yeah, I see those nice long lifted arms, if that's still good for you. And break. All right, we spelled out self. Now comes care, self-care. We're following the same timing pattern. Our C is going to be for curls. If you've got that tube, we're gonna start our curls anchoring with the right foot or both feet, you can choose. We're gonna curl to a regular bicep curl, palms facing toward us, release back down, palms can face in toward one another, and hit a hammer curl. Sometimes it doesn't feel as good with the handle on your exer tube, so if you wanna keep with your bicep curl, you're welcome to do that. This is gonna look the exact same, whether you've got a tube or your weights. Your core is nice and braced right here. Biceps are a hard one to mimic without any equipment, but you can definitely find your push-up position. You're obviously working your chest too, in addition to your biceps, keeping that press on the wall or on a sturdy piece of furniture or on the floor. You got it. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. A is going to be for our airplane teeters. So we're going to work into the back and the lower and upper back. You can be in your tabletop position, opening to the side and then teetering and opening to the other side. Or you can be on your belly, arms wide, and again, you're leaning to one side, opening, and then you're flying to the other side. Either option, keep that chin tucked. Your neck is an extension of your spine. We want to keep that nice and long. We want to imagine picking our belly button up toward our spine. That's going to support our lower back as we're working through it, opening. Our upper back around our shoulder blades are also getting that nice work as we're reaching long. Take your time with these. Flying away. For 3, 2, we're going to come to our reverse crunch for our R. I'll show you another option if you don't want to be on your back. So if you're okay on your back, legs are up toward the ceiling, knees could be as bent as you need it. We press those feet up to the floor and we lower back down. Pressing them up and lowering back down. If that's not for you, you can come to a standing position, come to your good mornings, where we lean forward, keep that back nice and lifted, the belly button lifted, and then we lift back up with a long back. So choose again whether you prefer to be standing or on your back. Again, if you're in those good mornings, keep that back just nice and flat. Neck stays moving with your spine. If you're in that reverse crunch, we try to not use momentum, but use those lower abdominals to lift those legs up. Relaxing through those shoulders. Excellent. Our E is going to be for our elbow plank saws. So we're on our forearms. You can be on your knees, bringing that weight forward and backward. You can be on your toes, shifting forward or backward. If you prefer to be out of the arms, out of the floor area, you can come to your standing toy soldiers right here. Sometimes it's a little bit trickier if you're on your knees for your elbow plank. So if it feels like you're not using your core as much as you would like, you can also extend through one heel, lower down, extend through the other leg. Or you can practice lifting both knees off and then lowering back down. Up to you, where again you're feeling really this full body, because you feel this work through your upper back, through your core and plank, through your legs as well. All right, let's go back to the top of that care. Our C's are for our curls. You get two options, or again, picking the one that works for you, anchoring with 1 foot or 2 feet. We turn those palms toward us, hands up toward the shoulders, and then you can turn those palms facing in, bring it to your hammer curl, just a slightly different way to work those biceps. It's gonna be the same whether you've got your weights or your tube. If you don't have any equipment, again, you can come to your wall or a sturdy piece of furniture or the floor and come to your push-up. Knees or toes if you're on the floor there. Think about engaging that core, keeping that back nice and tall. That maximizes the work for those arms, and we're not trying to lean into it or overcompensate with other areas of our body. Beautiful, Ami. Great, Juliana. From our C, we go into our airplane teeters. Again, you can do that from your tabletop position, knees under shoulders, hands under wrists, or hands under shoulders, opening to one side, and then opening to the other side. Or you can be feet flat, arms wide. All of us have our chin tucked that little bit, and then we teeter from side to side. This is a very gratifying one to reach around. Feel your lower back muscles at play. Our upper back is working too as we keep shoulders away from ears, as we're lifting that arm to each side. Drawing that belly button up to our spine to keep our back nice and supported. Beautiful long lines. For 3, 2, you can either come to your good mornings where your standing feet are hip width, fingers at temples, leaning with that long back and lifting up, or you're in your reverse crunch. On your back, feet up toward the ceiling, knees are soft or more bent, pressing up to the ceiling and releasing back down. Take your time so that you're feeling that lift for every single one. It's easy to start kind of this momentum rocking up and down. We want to try and use those abdominals to press and lift those feet and control it back down. Strengthening all around our core for our day-to-day activities, right? We need our body to be upright. You got it. I see those nice slow lifts of those feet coming up into the screen and back down. Way to go, Carol, Kavita, Bethany. All right, last but not least, we are in our elbow plank saws. You can come onto your elbows and forearms in your plank position, shifting that weight forward to your tippy toes and back. Bringing it forward and back. Again, if you're on your knees, sometimes this is hard to still feel in your core. So you can be on your knees and you can lift a knee off and then lift the other knee off. We're still in our elbow or forearm plank. Think about a full body engaged, shoulder blades down the back, belly button lifting toward the spine, core is on, legs are on as well. Sometimes we forget about our whole bottom half of our body during a plank. If you think about a little gentle pelvic tuck, that sometimes helps think about those legs. I will get them more at play. Excellent. Fabulous long lines. And you have finished your self-love and self-care. Happy Galentine's Day. Go ahead and just sit yourself back to your child's pose. Feel free to shift around in those hips. We're going to take a little journey over to that right side, stretching out long along that left side body. Bringing yourself back through the center and then over to that left side. Continue to just breathe. Bring your body back toward the center. We're going to shift our weight forward just a little bit so we can thread that right arm underneath. You can come as low as that works for you. You might have your ear on the floor. You might be backed up more on the forearm. You can be high or low in those hips. So just feel free to take a moment and just play with that. We're getting this great stretch around our upper back, that shoulder blade, and all the way down through our lower back with this little rotation. You can take a breath in, just unthread, and then exhale, thread the other way, and make all those little adjustments that you need to. Again, you can sit higher in the hips, you can be lower, arm farther through or less. And then on your next inhale, you can unthread, just come to a seated position. We're gonna take that right leg out in front of us. Left knee can be bent. Feel free to even out through those hips. Take that nice breath in, and then as you exhale, lean forward with that long back, and then the arms can just settle in from there. Feel free to relax through the shoulders, relax that chin down toward the chest. Get that nice stretch through the backs of the legs. Continue to think about pulling those toes toward the center of your body. And then we're going to take that leg, just take it wide to the side. We're going to lift up and over, getting this nice stretch down and through our inner thigh. Release that. Take that right leg, just bend it in, bring it heel to bottom, stretching out through your quadricep, through that hip flexor. And then we're going to trade out those legs. Bring that left leg up in front of you. Again, feel free to pull that leg back just a little bit, evening through the hips. Breath in and out. Let those arms just float down. Really actively pull those toes toward you. Getting that stretch all the way through the hamstring, through the calf. Let that breath in just lift you up. Leg comes wide to the side. We're gonna reach up and over. I can see some pretty big snowflakes falling out there. Not a lot of them, they're pretty. And then release that shoulder down, just lean over so you can just bring that left heel toward the bottom. We're gonna swing that leg around, just sit crisscross, drop through the right shoulder, and then we bring that up for our tricep stretch. Reaching wide through the arms, and then coming to the other side, drop that shoulder down, and then lift that up for your tricep stretch. Opening through the chest, one last stretch. We're just gonna walk those fingertips forward, feeling that stretch through our glutes and through the outer edges of our hips. And then walk those hands back up towards you. Feel free to just rest those palms facing upward. Close your eyes and just take these last moments of class. Feel that gratitude for your body. You are so deserving of self-love and self-care every single day. And give yourself credit for starting your morning with just that. Find your breath and let your breath bring you into balance. Have a fantastic rest of your Galentine's Day. Thank you so much for starting your day with us.